Hey Dave, can you hear me better now? Alrighty. Let me let everyone know that I'm back on here. Let's see.
Yes, I heard.
So what's everybody up to today? Anybody up in, huh?
Love you.
Love you too. Have a good night at work, honey.
I'm gonna try.
Alrighty. So we're gonna go here. Well, that's an interesting thumbnail for my video. That's different for sure. Is it showing you the cartoon? Huh. That's interesting because that's not what I set for the. I didn't set a thumbnail. So apparently YouTube picked its own thumbnail out. I mean, it's a good one. Oh no, bug. Oh my. Oh, there's Ron. Welcome back, Ron. Can you hear me better now, bud? Shit's choking me. Am I still low? Am I high? Am I like medium here somewhere maybe? Okie dokie. So I've been thinking about that convoy that's going on right now. And yeah, I get kind of an uneasy feeling about it. You know, I'm really hoping it's not another setup like January 6th was. Where they get a bunch of people down there and yeah, it just ends up being crap. So, welcome back, Miss Cora. We'll ask you, can you hear me better now that I'm back? I got outside and got that cold wind and air on my lungs, and now I seem to be talking a little better, maybe. I think what it is there's convoys leaving from different parts of the country, and they're all going to converge um down there. If I'm reading right. So I know there's one leaving from Virginia Beach, um, and I think there was one coming down from north, like down like in the Dakotas. They were having one that goes down, something like that.
There you go, brother. Vacation to work. Bye, Crash. Love you.
Love you too. Be careful.
Take care of the cats.
You're welcome.
Before dark.
Yep. All right. Katie's heading to work. Mom's going with her. Well, Mom has to take her. So it'll be quiet from now on. Well, it'll be quiet except for my big mouth. So, I was telling Dave and Eric on the on Discord about a radar app that I use. Well, let's do it this way. We will. All right. Can you? I hate this part. I can't see what I'm doing. Do you see the green circle thing there? That is the app there, and it's called Radar Box. Now we click that. Monkey works. No. And then you get the nifty handy dandy map here. And there's all kinds of there's more than two helicopters. They're doing a bunch of stuff up at Indiantown Gap. I see like 4 or 5 helicopters right there. And if you click on one, maybe there it goes. And then it shows you where they've been flying around at. Here, see the red line? I'm talking about a radar thing. And then if you click where it says the G21196 there, if you click on that, it'll bring up the current flight information. And if we hit aircraft, it'll tell you it's a Sikorsky. A lot of times when you click on the aircraft thing, it'll actually have pictures. But the military planes hardly ever have pictures with them unless it's like a tanker or something. Let's see. Let's do this one. Where's that one going? There's a St. Louis or to Philadelphia. See it on the map there flying. And then we hit the button. And then there's a picture of the plane. It's a Southwest Airlines. What is it? Boeing 737. Not that I know of, Dave. It really doesn't take up a lot of space that I remember anyway. But yeah, with all the stuff that I end up having happen around here at the house, with being right on the flight line of a lot of the local airports, Harrisburg, Philadelphia, Allentown, Lancaster, and Reading, and all of them. So um, I always like to keep track of what's going on, especially Lifeline. If you don't know what Lifeline is, let me pull up Lifeline here. Um, Poor Sander. Did everybody leave you? Sorry, y'all. It's gonna take me a second here, real quick. Um, because I forgot my Instagram um password. There is a thing on no, I can't think of the name of it. There's a thing where you can watch. Hey JJ, welcome in, bud. Um, Dallas Airport. So let's get find a good picture here. This is Lifeline. Let me know if you can see it good here. Lifeline is Penn State Hershey Medical Center's medevac. That goes directly over top of us numerous times a day, going back and forth between Lancaster and Hershey. So, alright, now let's have some fun here and talk about some stupid shit that's going on in the world, like always. Alrighty. Who's got a subject they want to cover? Shooby scoop. What the hell was that about, Pika? What's she doing, Pika? The border thing? Um, yeah, I mean, I just can't shake the feeling that there's going to be bad actors there that are going to stir shit up again and try and cause all kinds of problems. Um, I hope I'm wrong. I hope everyone's well behaved and does the right thing, stays calm, and yeah, I think there's gonna be FBI agents or CIA and all that shit in there. You know, the government's alphabet. Alphabet Mafia, and I think they're going to do whatever they can to make us look bad and cause bad press and try and turn public opinion against Trump again. There's already a bunch down there. When I talked to Dave, or not Dave, but when I talked to Fred, um, he called me last night after we got done with the live with Ben, and he was telling me, he said you can't even get close to Eagles Pass. He's a couple miles up the road, just because there's not enough parking and stuff. So, um, he said he had bobtailed down as far as they would let him go, and then they turned him around and he went back up through and parked. But yeah, so there's already a lot of people down there. Uh, just have to pray and hopefully, things don't go sideways. So, yeah, you know what? Let me look and see if I can find out. Okay, so according to this, it starts today, the 29th, and they're going to be going to three different locations. They're going to Eagle Pass, Texas, Tucson, Arizona, and San Diego, California. So, let me copy. Alrighty. It is in Discord. There's a link to the Instagram link there. Hey, Worrell, welcome in. Good to see you. So, um, but yeah, I shared that's gonna get me in trouble. But you can see here it shows that February 3rd is when they're wanting to meet up with everybody. And yeah, it's going to Eagles Pass, Texas, Tucson, Arizona, and San Diego, California. So hopefully everybody behaves. Yeah, good to see you too, Oral. I mean, hopefully everything's been going good for you. Cinder. Oh, come here, shithead. Come here. Yeah, he's like, yeah, F you. I can feel the love. Cinder, like, I'm out of here. Little shithead. But yeah, I've been been trying to keep track of it, so I'll say if I get when I get more information about it, I will make a post on YouTube and then Discord so you guys know. Yeah, you'll know what I know. So, but all right, next subject. What do we got going on? Katie is a Ravens fan, and she is so pissed off at Lamar Jackson right now because he played like complete and total trash yesterday. Um, yeah, I don't see how it's bad. So, yeah, I mean, this could end up being a um good opportunity for them to do something overseas and um like a false flag or something along those lines. Um, and the bad part is our media is so corrupt that they won't tell us. They'll try and keep us in the dark about it until, they absolutely have to tell us. But the good news is that legacy media is dying. So, um, yeah, I'm good with that. I don't need to be propagandized by the media. If I wanted that, I'd, just pay attention to politics in general and not put my head in the sand. Yeah, no. No, I'm not spilling tea today. I didn't spill it earlier. I set it down on the bed and I went to get up, and the next thing I know, it fell over and the cap just popped off. And I know I had it on tight. So, like, I ended up with a wet ass and my bed was all wet, and I'm like, son of a bitch. Not how I wanted to start my day. And then we got the new washer working, so that's a plus. Um, but we can't get the dryer to come on. Um, tried the old plug, the new plug. Finally, we ended up taking the new dryer out, bringing the old dryer in because the old dryer I know will at least turn on. Um, it needs a new belt for the drum, so we got that to come on. But now this new dryer still won't come online, so I don't know what's wrong with it. But went to hang out my bedclothes, my mattress covers and stuff, and almost went paragliding. The wind is really really bad up here today, so but never a dull moment. Dave, you had said the Michael Moore. Did he do a pro Trump video? I don't think it was supposed to be pro Trump. I think it was supposed to be more. What the hell? Go away. Um, like I said, I don't think it. I think it was supposed to be more anti-Biden. Pointing out the differences of the Biden presidency and the Trump presidency. But I will look it up here and see. Well, I will play it and we will make a decision off of that. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't, I don't like Michael Moore. He is a piece of shit. But I will give credit where credit's due. At least he called out the hypocrisy of um, the green energy thing. Um, I don't know if you've seen that movie that he did, but he pointed out where that they have some kind of solar thing up in New York every year over the summer, and he showed where when it rains or the sun's not shining enough and it's overcast and they don't get enough solar energy, that they have huge diesel generators that they run, um, so that they can consider themselves as still being off grid. So yeah, the green energy movement is a joke right now. They're just okay. So what I'm reading here is that it was actually it was a satire video. Um, yeah. So that's what I'm reading here. It wasn't actually a real video. It was edited. So there are lots of people who are um, coming around and supporting Trump because they're getting tired of the bullshit. Yep, they are. I know I am. I'm fucking fed up with this shit already. I got to get a hold of the state legislature here in Pennsylvania, and I'm going to ream somebody a new asshole because for some reason our state legislature hasn't passed a law making it so that our limits for certain services through DHS um, are not automatically adjusted to match inflation. So there are thousands of people like myself who just got kicked off of Medicaid because we got the cost of living raise. That puts us over top of the limit now. And then in 6 months, they're going to sit there and call me and say, hey, you qualify for Medicaid again. But it's going to be too late. I'm going to already have another surgery that I'm going to have to pay out the ass for, and I can't go back and, get reimbursed for or have them cover it. Come here. Come here. Ah, there we go. Well, I don't want you covering it. Okay, well, I guess you're going to be the center of attention then, huh, pal? Huh? Is you going to be center of attention? This is the Pika, for those who don't know. He is my Maine Coon. He's my buddy. Can you hear him purring? Because he's vibrating my chest as he squeezes the breath out of me. But he's been over here curled up against me on my side. Ugh. Oh, now I upset you, huh? Ow. And down he's out. Okay, well, apparently I upset him, so he's off now. But I figured it was a good time to share him. Um, Speaking of green energy, I'm going to bring up the fact that we don't know everything. As much as scientists like to pretend that they fucking know everything, they don't. They make guesses to the best of their ability, but that's all they are most of the time is guesses until something actually happens to prove it. Hey, Eric. Yeah, I understand, Ron. I know, bud. I'm sorry that they fucked you over like that. Um, I don't get it, man. So, but yeah, these scientists are getting it all wrong. First off, they're trying to follow Al Gore, who has no scientific background that I can think of. But yeah, he created the internet, right? Um, how many times can these people be so wrong about shit and people still believe them? You know, I just I don't understand it. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? Isn't that how it's supposed to be? But our society's become so gullible that they just believe the stupidest shit. Um, according to them, back when the dinosaurs roamed this earth, it was mostly water and it was almost all tropical. And so I don't understand why they can't conflate or why they try to conflate the rising temperatures to global warming when it's actually just normal climate change. Um, some of the things that happen that help to regulate the temperature here is things like super volcano reactions. That when they take and have the cloud of dust in the air, it brings the temperature down a degree or two, and it really affects everything. Um, there's just so much stuff that makes more sense than just straight out saying climate change. You know what I mean? So, and this whole battery car thing is not going the way they were hoping it would. Um, there are way too many cars catching on fire. Um, I mean, even like these e-bikes. I just watched a video the other day where an e-bike, um, brand new first ride, guy was doing um like 30 miles an hour, and he came to a red light and went to stop, and when he went to stop, it just started smoking like crazy. He got off the road with it, and it burst into flames. And yeah, so but we were having a pretty interesting conversation in about religion earlier today. Hold on one second here. There's something going over me that's really loud. I just wanted to check here real quick and see what it is. No, the Sikorsky's back. Okay. It was it was definitely an interesting conversation. It started in here, I think. Um, Basically, it was we were talking about the how somebody in organized religion has always um, stepped up to be corrupt and used the church um, or organized religion as a way to manipulate people around them to do bad things that they want them to do, um, and to steal from the people. Um, so yeah, that ended up being a really interesting conversation. I've seen where they're taking and doing a thing with the batteries now, Dave, where they're taking them in and they're just grinding them all up into this like sludge and trying to make usable material out of it. And I don't see how you're going to do that um, with hazardous materials that you really shouldn't be um, using unless it's for a specific purpose. Um, but yeah, batteries are not good for the environment. The mining process for making said batteries is not good for the planet. And yeah, um, everybody's, oh well, we make these big wind powered things to. Do you know what those wind powered things are made out of? They're made out of a bunch of materials that cannot be recycled. You know, you're getting all of the first round or first generation of wind turbines that were put up were made from fiberglass, and they are now coming to the end of their lives, and they have no idea what to do with these things. So they're just digging big holes in landfills, and they're burying them in the landfill. That's not a viable option to me. You know, that's not helping the environment for sure. And yeah, that's for sure. It also does help. You know, it does kill lots of birds. Um, I heard that it's the ones that off of the shore killing whales somehow. I don't understand completely, but um, yeah, that's what I heard. So definitely not happy to hear about that. You don't want you and the destruction of property to create the windmills, you have to make access roads, you have to excavate large areas to pour concrete, which is not good for the environment. It's just you have to use gas or diesel cranes to put these things in place. It's a bunch of bullshit, and I don't understand how people can look at that and go, this is making it worthwhile. You know, we're spending all this money and making all this huge footprint and creating all this pollution to put up one tower. But yeah, it's worth it. It's, we're gonna save so much of the environment. That's just like these solar farms where they wipe out half a fucking forest just to put solar panels up. And then when you have the bad storm that came through like this past fall with lots of hail, it completely demolished the entire thing, and it's a waste. It's all junk. There's nothing they can do with it now. Um, the vibration thing with them, yes, there is a very low frequency who um from the blades spinning that you can't audibly hear, but your body can feel, and it really messes with your sleep. It messes with um, just your mental health in general. It really messes up your brain. Um, I don't know why anybody would want to put them up. Small scale wind things, um, I've never had a problem with. We've had local farmers that had, you know, especially Amish, they run their wells with windmills and never had an issue because it wasn't on that scale. Um, if they were to scale it back, use materials that are like wood, um, I think wood would be a better material. It would absorb sound rather than bouncing sound. Um, and I mean they've been using wood for windmills for thousands of years. So, and people also need to remember that this whole climate change thing is to get us to fall in line so the elites can still keep using their private jets and going all over the world and doing whatever the hell they want while we're sitting at home eating bugs and watching stupid shit on TV. I don't know about you, but somebody tries to make me eat bugs, they're going to be eating something else. And they ain't going to like it as much as I don't like eating bugs. Yep. Yeah, I mean, look over in Holland. They've been using windmills for thousands of years to, you know, clean the water out from their areas that they need to farm, um, because they're below sea level and it just seeps up through the land after a while. So they have to use the windmill to actually move the water out from where they don't want it. So, but yeah, there's that. We're kind of all over the place today, ain't we? Well, they're also talking about this new building product that's supposed to be stronger than steel, um, called graphene, which they actually take carbon out of the air and turn it into this graphene stuff. So we're actually going to look at if they can get this technology um, to really take off. We're going to be looking at a planet that is sub um, carbon. We're not going to have any carbon, which is going to kill plants. Um, it's not. We're a society of extremes. We can't ever do slight changes. Um, just to try it a little bit and see how it goes, and then if it works pretty good, keep moving a little bit further. And no, we've got to jump head first into the fucking wall and sit there and smack our heads on it and wonder why it's not working the way we want it to. Oh, well, thank you, Eric, and I'm sorry to hear about your car, bud. Um, let me see I'll call you later. Um, I might know somebody that might be able to help you out. If we can figure some stuff out. But yeah, let me figure some stuff out, and I'll give you a call. See what we can work out. Okay, JJ, I look forward to that. Um, I share a lot of survival stuff. Oh, you gonna come say hi? Come on. Nope, don't step on the keyboard. You know better. Come here, Jay. Come on, get up here. Come say hi. Yes, come here, my boy. This is JR. Yeah, so I like to share a lot of articles um, with you all in Discord and stuff. So that way, um, it helps us all prepare. We all need to prepare because at some point the shit's gonna hit the fan, and it might not be man-made. There are lots of things that can happen that are natural causes. We get a big enough solar flare, um, it'll fry everything on that side of the planet. Especially new cars, um, our power grid is so horrible right now. It really would not take much to just have a solar flare burn it to the ground. Um, that's one of the things I've been saying for many years now is that we need to have a complete power grid upgrade. Um, we have better materials now than what we had when the power grid was first started. Um, we have better technologies for transmission, and yeah, I mean, we need to our government, instead of spending money on all kinds of other stuff that we don't really, like Ukraine, instead of sending all kinds of money and weapons over there and killing off an entire generation of Ukrainians, um, for absolutely no good reason.
we could, you know, run new transmission lines, upgrade, our communication lines. Um, just there's so much work that needs to be done here. Our government has not represented us, the people, for a very long time. They pander to a small percentage of our country and think that the rest of us are supposed to bow down and do whatever they fucking tell us to do. And I'm just, I'm not about it. You can, hey, you want to live your life as long as you're not hurting anybody else. You want to dress up and call yourself, whatever. I don't care. Don't expect me to facilitate your mental illness. So, but things are bad. PCR tests. Oh god, they were a joke. I would be very surprised if 2 out of 10 people that use PCR tests got an accurate reading. Yep, that's a good idea, Worrell. I've actually been um, printing stuff out and keeping it in a file in a fire safe box, just in case. That way, I have it, and um, I can always go back and get it when I had to. Um, you never know. So, but I did invest in. Oh, let me see if I can get it down. Whoops. That one's supposed to happen, but oh well, shit happens. So I invested it. Well, Katie bought this for me a couple years ago, um, for Father's Day. It's just AM/FM weather radio with solar charger, and it's got the crank charger on it, and it holds batteries here somewhere. Is this it? Yep. There's a battery panel there. So I've got this one, and then I've also got another one that's just a NOAA weather radio. So, and that's also battery powered. Oh my. But yeah, um, hopefully you live in a place where you have a good relationship with your neighbors. Um, and you'll be able to set up some kind of agreement where everybody works together and you can do stuff. I live in an area where, um, you know, most of my neighbors hunt. I live in the middle of farmland, so we can grow stuff, and we have access to chickens, pigs, cattle, milk, all that stuff. So, well, I'm working on helping you find something, bud. I'll keep looking. We'll get you moved. Well, yeah, I know some people from your area, and they're not good people. Some of them, so. But there's people here in Pennsylvania that aren't the greatest either. Trust me, I've dealt with them too. Thankfully, we have really good neighbors. So, but yeah. All right, somebody throw out another subject here. I'm I'd love to do more traveling. I used to travel quite a bit when I was younger. Um, Drive around or take a train or fly. Um, Now it's just really it's too hard for me to travel. First off, it's so fucking expensive, and second off, my pain usually doesn't cooperate with me enough to do it. Um, so we're gonna. I guess Katie's boyfriend and I are working some day trips out, so we'll see what happens. A large tiger in Russia is eating people. Oh my. Um, who would have guessed that? Oh, he won't, Eric. My governor's a piece of shit. Um, he's the corrupt AG in Pennsylvania who wouldn't go after any of the, you know, mostly peaceful protesters here. His office wouldn't go after them, but he would target conservatives. So, yeah, it's not a surprise that he's not backing um, Texas there. I mean, honestly, if we're infringing so much on nature anymore that it's going to happen. You're going to have animals hurting people. You're going to have animals eating people and pets, and it's just the way it is. If you don't want to get eaten by a tiger, don't live where there's a fucking tiger. It's pretty simple, isn't it? Let's look up the map and see who all this is supporting that. Do, do, do. Excuse me. It's been a long day. I've been fighting with that dryer most of the day. List of states supporting Texas. Still saying 25. Here comes that Sikorsky's back flying overhead. Let's see. Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, North Dakota, Oklahoma, Ohio, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Utah, Virginia, West Virginia, and Wyoming. It says Vermont Governor Phil Scott is the only Republican governor who did not sign on to the statement. Yippee. Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely not 71 here. The temperature is actually going down today, and the um, the wind is absolutely atrocious. Um, we almost went paragliding with the um, stuff going on there. But yeah, so that's the list of states that are supporting Texas like they should, because honestly, this whole situation affects every state. Um, because it's all this is doing is driving the wages down, driving the cost of everything up. Scott endorsed Haley? Which Scott? I didn't see that. The last I saw, Scott was representing or was endorsing Trump. That's 7 months ago. That's not what I want. No, it's still saying Tim Scott still. Oh, the government. I got you now. I'm sorry, bud. I thought you were talking Tim Scott from South Carolina. My bad. So that really shouldn't surprise you, though. That's a Republican in Vermont most of the time is still a Democrat. Seriously, let's be honest. So, anyone got any big plans for today? For the rest of the day? Anything going on? Meatloaf in the car. That sounds like a song happening right there. Meatloaf sang about Dashboard Light, right? Wasn't that the song? Cora, if your Meatloaf starts singing to you, um, either you need good drugs or you need to get off the good drugs. Just so you know that. but so I did my over the phone interview with the nurse and stuff for anesthesia today. So that's done. And it's about 2 weeks and I'll be having my surgery. I don't know exactly what's going to be going on streaming wise during that time. Um we'll have to see how I feel and what's going on. Um of course I'll be doing some videos from the hospital when I'm getting prepped and all that stuff, but when I'm done and I'm home, we'll see how I feel and all that stuff. But yeah. Yeah, Katie does that stuff to me. She'll get video um while I'm like really hopped up on when they really first give me my cocktail and my brain scrambled. So yeah, she likes to do that to me. There's some video somewhere of I've only seen it once. I can't find it again. But it was a very interesting conversation. I have no recollection of having it. If it wasn't for seeing the video, I was not sure that I would have believed I did have it. But hey, I saw it, so it happened. Dave's, Dave's like, true serum. Do you really like this person, or do you really not like this person, or yeah? So I'll have a nerve block um on my left side of my shoulder there, and they're saying that's going to last for about 2 days, and then once that wears off, um, that's really when things are going to get really interesting. So, but all right, y'all, I have some stuff I got to work on this afternoon, so I appreciate you joining me. Um, as always, it's always fun talking with y'all and seeing what you think, and telling you what I think, and Um, the only way we're going to change people's minds and make this situation better is to have an open dialogue, talk to people. Um, you know, we we can't just keep going around calling people names and thinking it's going to make things better. It doesn't. Um, so just try and treat everybody with respect. And I know it's hard, especially when you're dealing with some of these freaking assholes out there that just won't shut the hell up. They think they know everything and they just want to keep blah, 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 blah. You know, their mouths run more than a duck's ass. And you're just like, try to be nice, try to be nice, try to be nice. So, but, yeah. Good luck with that. Um, yeah. But we will be doing this again on Wednesday at 2 p.m., same time, but we will be on Rumble. Remember that, Rumble. And get your questions together and stuff. And I will talk to you then, but I gotta go take this call. So y'all be safe, have a great day, and I will see you later. Hold on 1 second, Ryan. See yous.